Cops in Louisville, Kentucky have arrested 2 scumbags after a 6-year-old girl was paralyzed in a road rage shooting. This is a bizarre incident, a bizarre crime. 2 scumbags on a motorbike start shooting at an SUV because of some trivial road rage incident. 6-year-old Onyx Sands was struck in the back, severing her spine, and we're told that she is now paralyzed. There is a GoFundMe for Onyx Sands, the 6-year-old girl that was shot by 2 scumbags that were angry due to a road rage incident. So we'll go through things in a little bit more detail. Edward Sark, 22 years of age, is charged as the person who shot 6-year-old Onyx Sands. He faces 1 count of assault in the first degree and 4 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree. His co-defendant, Shelby Biskiner, 32 years of age, is charged with wanton endangerment. So of course we don't know the full details, but motorcyclists were weaving and speeding through traffic on July the 10th. One of the bikers, Edward Sark, allegedly shot out the back window of the SUV where Onyx was riding. A bullet struck Onyx in the back, severed her spine, and again now she is paralyzed. The woman, Shelby Biskiner, allegedly rode on Edward Sark's bike. So if I'm understanding this correctly, she was on the passenger seat of the motorbike, the second seat, whatever that's called. Authorities are claiming that she fired several shots towards the SUV as well, but her attorney claims that the woman, Shelby Biskiner, was a victim. She didn't shoot. She was just happened to be on the back of Edward Sark's bike. It was all Edward Sark's fault, not hers, apparently, according to her attorney. And seemingly the attorney did a pretty good job because Shelby Biskiner has been released on house arrest. That's right. She was on the back of a motorbike. The rider of the motorbike, Edward Sark, fired multiple shots towards an SUV. He struck 6-year-old Onyx Sands, leading to her paralyzation. The woman, Shelby Biskiner, was on the back of the bike at the time. It's alleged by authorities that she also fired multiple shots towards the SUV. Perhaps there's a grey area there. Perhaps we don't know for sure. But she's being released on house arrest. That doesn't seem right to me. If authorities believe that she shot towards a vehicle whilst on the back of a motorbike, keep her incarcerated. That's pretty much all the information that we do have. We're not told of the potential maximum sentences that these 2 scumbags face. Again, Edward Sark faces a charge of assault in the first degree and 4 counts of wanton endangerment in the first degree. I'm not sure if those charges are strong enough. I really don't know. Perhaps they are. I don't know what sentences could stem from being found guilty of those charges. I am a little concerned though. If you shoot at a moving vehicle where there's a driver and passengers on board inside that vehicle, why wouldn't you be charged with attempted murder? So I do hope that the authorities in Louisville, Kentucky know what the F they're doing, because this doesn't seem quite right to me. And I'm even more concerned when we consider that the co-defendant, Shelby Biskiner, believed to have also been firing her gun towards the SUV. Why is she just given house arrest? I don't get it. It makes no sense. She ought to be charged with attempted murder should there be sufficient evidence that she did in fact fire a weapon. So I don't know if there is such sufficient evidence. So maybe the authorities are a little bit hampered in regards to how they're able to charge Shelby Biskiner. I don't know. But either way, I do hope that justice is served. I would think that if anyone fires a weapon towards a moving vehicle, they need to be given decades in jail. They need to be charged with attempted murder. Vehicles generally move when there's at least one person in the vehicle. This is the year 2023. Maybe that's going to change over the next decade or so. But for now, if you shoot at a vehicle, you can be confident that at least there's going to be a driver in that vehicle. There might well be passengers. Edward Sark chose to fire multiple shots towards the SUV. He shot out the rear window. The bullet struck, one of the bullets struck Onyx Sands. With that, she's been paralyzed. With that, her life has changed for the worse. As I mentioned, there is a GoFundMe, and the reason for the GoFundMe is due to the costs incurred, the financial costs, but of course there are huge emotional costs from the family to look after Onyx Sands. As far as I understand, she's bedridden. She needs ongoing medical care, and she's also going to need a lot of psychological support, I would imagine. So it's an absolutely terrible situation, and the charges absolutely ought to reflect that. So let's hope and pray that Onyx is able to cope with her injuries as best she can, and that her family is also able to cope with the incredibly difficult situation that they find themselves in through no fault of their own. Please do consider visiting the GoFundMe webpage. Perhaps you're in a position to donate. At the time of making this video, they've so far raised $24,000. Their goal is $50,000, so they've got a fair way to go to reach their goal. goal, and I hope that they do. So I'm going to wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit, and take care.